Hey pals, and welcome back to another weekly. I don't know what to really call this yet so far. Questions and Rosses is kind of the basic. We'll figure it out as we go along the way. But welcome back to another week of whatever this is. I'm still sick, so we're making it through. We're getting through. I feel like I hit the worst, and now I'm kind of going up, as they say. Which I do want to apologize for just being a little late, just a little late, just a little bit late. Do want to apologize for that. I wasn't feeling, alongside being sick, I just wasn't feeling the best. Thursday was a very stressful day, and Friday was just kind of the aftermath of Thursday, but here we are in Saturday. I do want to say I hope everyone's been having a great weekend so far. I hope it's been a lot better than I've been having. That's all I can say. If you're breathing through two nostril, I want to see if I can do it again. Yep, that one's still. Oh, I squeaked too. All right, yep. I would love a new nose. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Isn't movie magic amazing? But anyway, let's get some questions. If you had to suddenly share a room with a Mario character, which one would you hope for, and which one would you absolutely hate? So I'm mixed here on number one, but I have to say easily number one for me would probably be Princess Daisy is what I would hope for. And I was thinking like probably Yoshi in number two. Like I'm trying to give a top three here. Then I was thinking number three is where I was like kind of going like, because I feel like like if they could talk and hang out like a Goomba or a Monty Mole, like one of the chiller bad dudes, they invite them into Mario Party. So, but going with who I would not want to sit next to, it's a weird list of like, I'd probably say number one, you're gonna hate me because of memes, but Waluigi, he would be very weird. I would feel uncomfortable sitting next to him, and I don't care about his placement in Super Smash Brothers. Like sitting next to this dude would probably smell. Like, would you actually, tell me honestly, would you want to have an entire like plane flight where you're next to this weird, smelly, creepy looking dude who looks like he brings his own spaghetti to a restaurant and asks for it to be microwaved just because he doesn't want to pay for new spaghetti at the restaurant, but he still wants to hang out with his friends at the restaurant? And never mind. But yeah, that would probably be number one. Number two would probably be like Baby Bowser. I wouldn't want to take care of him. He's Baby Bowser. Probably a Thwomp or a Womp. Either one of those for number three. Like I feel like that's a coin flip. If either or, they're kind of in the same boat for me. You know how it is. So the next question coming in, asking me, and I've gotten asked a few times about this one. Can I play Genshin Impact? And well, I'm sorry to say it's not something I'm really into. I did a dungeon on it. I tried playing it on my PS5. I tried playing it on my PS4. I've tried playing it a handful of times. So I could never really get into it. It's just not a kind of game I'm into. I'm sorry. I like big number go up. I like RuneScape. That's not Genshin Impact. It's RuneScape, and I gotta blow my nose. So I would like to take this third question here. Now, this isn't a question. This is an apology. I would like to apologize to all my Libra viewers. As seen here, I have offended quite a few of them, and I do apologize. I meant what I had said as a joke. I did not mean for it to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm not really good with anything astrological or I don't need astrology, astronomy. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I thought that making that clear would mean that I don't know what Libra does. Libra sounds like Libra. Libra sounds like library. I don't know. So I do want to apologize. I hope we're cool now. And Scorpios though, you get out of here. You get right out. What's something that I didn't do in my past that I now regret not doing? I'd say that I'm someone who I say is filled with a lot of regrets. I mean, it's pretty easy to look back on things and say I should have did that. I mean, even thinking about, have you ever had a conversation where you're like, man, I should have made that joke. Everyone would have laughed. Like you think about conversations and such later, and then you never, that's a regret right there. But the one thing that I think about from time to time, for those that don't know, I really like the Doge memes. I like Walter. I like Alpera. Like I like the Doge memes. So I was going to buy $1,000 worth of Dogecoin. Before it was even like a meme. Before it was a thing. Just sit on it. You know, Dogecoin. It's funny. I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I just it didn't matter. And then, you know, the whole Dogecoin thing happened, and I paid off my debts and stuff. But I'd say that's mainly one regret. I mean, everyone's got regrets and stuff, but hey, you're a product of your choices. So why make regrets when you can do better? So yeah. Next question. Next up, going with favorite Minecraft parkour map. Now this one, I feel like this is gonna come as a surprise for people, but this is why I chose this question too. Colored parkour. I don't think I've ever had as much fun on like a Minecraft parkour map as that one, because it was the concept of it being so easy, and yet for some reason, like, it just, the 4-block jumps and such weren't clicking, mixed in with the fact that I called my mom, I called Ashley, and I called that random lady, and so I was trying to call Chili's, but so I looked up Chili's Hawaii, and I was gonna call just a random Chili's in Hawaii and ask them for parkour help, but then I ended up calling some lady's house, and it sounded like I woke her up, and I felt so bad about that. But like, just that map, again, the pure concept that it was just so simply and goofily made. I have a very soft spot in my heart for those kinds of maps, so that's also why I chose this question. So I always love saying I have a soft spot in my heart for those kinds of maps. Watch this. Transition. They do it. What was my most hated class in school? Now, I actually spent a little bit of time thinking about this because I wanted to make sure I gave the right answer, and it came down to 2. And I wanted to say the first one, which I love this class, and this is why it is not the answer I'm going with, was typing. Because of the students in my class, I was a senior with a bunch of juniors, and they were all making Chuck Norris jokes. I've told this story 1,000 times. I've also told the story about I think his name was Connor. He was like a really weird dude in the typing class who thought he was the best, but it was actually me, because you know that meme where it's like the kid at the back like rapping, and then the kid at the back of the class is secretly like secret rapper level kind of thing. But anyway, I hated that class, but I hated chemistry the most because chemistry just never clicked for me. I think elements, periodic table, I think all that stuff's really neat. I think chemistry is a really cool class. And I think the experiments you get to do in said class are really cool. But when it came down to memorizing formulas, the periodic table, elements, atomic weights, quarks, moles, all those things, I hated it. I had 2 people try to tutor me. That's the only class I've ever had like a tutor assist me. And because of my mental conditions, I really didn't like staying after school unless it was completely necessary. I tried my best. I wasn't in any clubs, activities. I just always tried to do my best to avoid staying after school. Well, because of said tutoring and because of said class being so difficult for me, I had to stay after a bunch of days in a row. So it also just hit my, like, it made me anxious having to take chemistry. So that's why chemistry sucks. But if you like chemistry, like, yo, chemistry's cool. If you can memorize, yeah, no, it's cool. So next one. You're actually going to ask me this one, aren't you? It's incredibly rude, I will say, but I will answer just so other people don't make the same mistakes. Do I actually smell like pizza? Of course I do. Would I ever go onto the internet and tell a singular lie about what I smell like? What would I gain by saying I smell like pizza crust? Like, am I supposed to gain something here? Is that supposed to be cool? Is it supposed to be quirky? So I had this whole plan where I was going to order pizza and have like a little bit of leftover and like rub it on me. But then I decided that I didn't want to do that. So there's no gag here anymore. And I do apologize. There's a world. I like that theory. Like, there's a world out there where I did buy a pizza and I did rub it on my face. What would that have done to your day if you saw me rub pizza on my face? Like, let me know. Let me know down. Let me know. Let me know let me. So, what is my favorite Family Guy cutaway? Now, that one's kind of an easy one, kind of a hard one. I had to think about it. I want to say it's the Joe is on vacation voice message, which I recommend looking it up. I don't trust copyright and all that. I'm not putting a clip, but it's when Peter's on the couch and he calls Joe up, and it's I can't think of the actual song, but it's a cover of I can't think of the song, but it's Joe is on a vacation far away. You called to talk it over. So many things that you wanna say. Leave your message when the beep is over. I don't want. It goes like that. Like, go look it up. It's such a great skit. I think it's funny. I think we really need to get back to the time in the world where we're having goofy voicemail messages. Now, I talked to a total of maybe my mom on the phone, so I don't need a goofy voicemail message because nobody's calling me. So, like, but if you're someone who gets a lot of calls, set up a funny voicemail message. You have this golden opportunity and you're missing it. So go out there, or if you have a home answering machine, ask your parents if you can set up a goofy message. Just set up some kind of goofy message, and brighten people's days a little bit. Just give them a little knee slap. And last but not least, what is my least favorite Mountain Dew flavor? Now, that is between two. Had you asked me a little bit ago, I would have said Whiteout. I really don't like Whiteout. Typhoon should have beat it in the Democracy because they voted what Dew. Typhoon should have beaten Whiteout. But now, Thrashed Apple. I recently picked up some Max and Krista, and it just tastes like liquid Jolly Ranchers. It's just too sweet. I did a review mid SCP video before too. And just Thrashed Apple might be one of the worst flavors I've ever had. It's too appley. Like, it doesn't taste like apple juice. It's 0% juice as well. But I just feel like if you want an apple drink, Thrashed Apple doesn't do the job. It just tastes like Jolly Rancher. If you want Jolly Rancher the liquid, there you go. That's your answer right there. It's easy like that. That's my least favorite Dew. And that is another week of questions down. So we have next week ahead of us, and it is spooky season. So I want to put this prompt here. What do you want to know about the FNAF lore that I can tell you? I want to answer questions about the FNAF lore. I want to be doing research. I want to be pulling out weird questions. Let's have a FNAF themed question episode next week. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. I hope things are going great for you, my friend. And I will see you guys in the next video.